Hello everyone, I would like to show you this strat that I've been farming recently, which I think is probably the most juiciest ground loot you could get this patch. So at this point I believe I've tried all the mainstream strategies, but none of them really have the amount of juice that you could expect as we had in the previous leaks. So basically this strategy, as you've seen on the preview, it relies around a few key interactions. So the first interaction is that you're using Legion Scarab of Eternal Conflict, which means that you are capable of consistently breaking out Legion monsters out of stasis. On top of that, so we have Beyond on the tree, which spawns some monsters based on the monsters that you kill on the map. So in general, this Scarab of Eternal Conflict, it does not work with the Beyond, but in this patch we have one of the three buffs introduced that we can get inside the maps. You can get the crab buff. So what the buff does is that when you kill rare monsters, it's gonna spawn some crabs. But on top of that, so this once you kill them, as they are really spawning in very stacked places, so once you kill them, you also proc Beyond. But because we constantly kill rare monsters in Legion, we're constantly spawning those crabs, and we're constantly killing Beyond monsters. So what this means is that you can really juice your map as long as you are capable of exploding the full Legion. So the way the strategy works is you use Legion Scarab of Eternal Conflict, Legion Scarab of Officers, Legion Scarab, Nemeses, which gives additional modifiers to rare monsters, and Wisps. So this strategy is quite popular right now for Magic Find, but I found that it actually works even better for currency. So if you want to farm currency from the ground, you're basically having Wisps is mandatory. So the way it works is that there is, I think, a blue Wisp, and blue Wisp increases the rarity of the currency that you drop. So instead of Chaos, you drop Divines and so on. So it really makes Divine, Voidborn Keys and puzzle boxes quite common. You could basically expect to get 2 to 3 of each minimum inside each map. So of course there is high variance, but sometimes when I get the crab buff, I can drop like 10 pure divines in the same map, 3 sacred orbs. It's just insane, to be honest. So if you get Wildwood with the buff, with the crab buff, then it's just complete madness. You drop like 12 pure divines, 4 boxes, and then you can duplicate. And of course, you could actually expect to drop locks and mirrors from this. So my friends, they did drop everything from this strategy. So I myself did not drop a lock or mirror yet. But based on sacred orbs, I think we're on the way. It's like common saying that you need to have 20 sacred orbs for 1 mirror, so we're halfway there. So this is how the Atlas tree looks like. It's basically just some Beyond, all of the Legion nodes, so all of them. Some influence, it's very important because you will have currency duplication. Some Scarabs, just a little bit of Scarabs. That's it pretty much. So with this Atlas, with these Scarabs, you also want to have a map that is similar to this. So you want to have high quantity, high rarity, and as much more currency as possible. And on top of that, you want to use avarice, and you want to use a few daily orbs. So they also drop divine quite frequently, and they increase the quantity in the map itself. In general, also more buffs, so it's really good to always apply 2 or 3. In terms of the build, so if there is enough interest in this, I will probably share a next video with the build, but you can just copy it. So how this works is that I'm using Golden Charlatan together with Headhunter, and because I'm killing all the Legion monsters, like the full Legion, maybe 6 times per second, I'm always getting all the shrines possible, and the shrines we're looking for is the Divine one, so which makes you immortal, and the Gloom one, which makes the monsters explode. And because I have really high AoE scaling and really high shrine effect, I'm basically killing all the Legion monsters like instantly. So this strategy is actually, with the right build, it's only limited by server tick rate, because they're instantly dying whenever they come out of stasis. So, and you want to kill as many legions as possible, because the crabs, they spawn endlessly. So of course there will be maps where you don't get the crab buff. Actually, I only get it maybe 1 in 3 maps, and in those maps it is still very good to kill Legion, because Legion monsters in this patch, when they are buffed with Eternal Conflict, they really drop a lot of uniques and divine orbs and other currency, and especially they drop a lot of market and shooting crystals, like really a lot, and a lot of market emblems, which are quite consistently expensive. So you should expect to really be able to drop everything that's in the game. So expensive scarabs like Pandemonium, Catalyzing, all the rare currencies, incredible amount of nightmare maps, of course. So div cards. So I have Damnation Scryed, but that's quite a delusional approach. So in general, you can scry something like Brother, Stash, or whatever the 5 divine card is, and so on. Also, you want to use Astrolobe on every single legend that you do, and of course you must have this node. This node basically prevents the map you're running from removing the Astrolobe influence, so you have to use this if you want to run the same map. And in general, you want to run dunes. And Astrolobe, if you clear the general in the map, it gives you some buffs like Legion pack size, but the best buff is this one, increased duration, and actually they can stack. So I had at some point like 70% or something like that, and it was just unbelievable the amount of loot you get, because instead of like 20 seconds, it's like 34 seconds or something. So it's really just a more multiplier to all the loot you get. So this is it in terms of the strategy. My character has a lot of rarity, so I've dropped all the uniques that can drop from the ground. So Mage Blood, Headhunter, Soul Taker. So all the T0s I dropped maybe 10 Unnatural Instincts. So
the more you aid him, the more harm he brings.
So On the background you can see some footage of me running the map, and I would like to explain to you a very specific strategy of how you can maximize the amount of drop and amount of divines that you get. So this is a very good map because we did get the crab buff. So initially I start the map with trying to get some buffs for the headhunter and the shrine buffs, so I kill a little bit of monsters at the beginning. Then it is very important to go for the boss straight away, because in dunes you have to kill the boss in order for the boss altars not to spawn anymore, because they are not very good, and you want to have altars with quantity, rarity, or duplication of currency, unique cards or maps. So those are the best altars, and you always should pick them. You can also notice that I've cleared the full map before going for the crab buff. I believe the crab buff disappears once you die, and because until I get the divine shrine, I'm not actually immortal. So I try to minimize the risk of losing this buff, so I take it right at the end after clearing altars and killing the map. So once I click the buff, I go straight for the legions, and basically with the first explosion it's guaranteed to have the divine shrine immortality, and at this point I don't really care about anything. So once I do get the buff, I just go straight for legion and just try to clear it, try to clear as many crabs as I can. But basically at this point I'm only limited by like server tick rate. But I also have the chest mastery, which lets me open the chests by casting spells, so that's really convenient, because every map you're gonna have Shrewd Walker. This is the buff that makes your character teleport everywhere. With the headhunter it's super annoying when you try to loot, but we can see just how insane the strategy is. The Legion is not even released yet, but we have already dropped our third Sacred Orb, Divines, and it's just crazy. And it's 3 Sacred Orbs from different from the crabs and beyond monsters, from different ones. It's quite incredible, to be honest. So just to summarize, you get a few buffs, so just to make you feel really strong and be able to clear the boss. Then you go for the boss, clear the map, find the crab buff, take it, take all the quantity, rarity and duplication altars, and then go for the legions and just try to explode as much as possible.